Hey, I'm Alex with Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you an off-road extreme power chair by Quantum, so stay tuned. What we have here is the new Quantum Outback, obviously by Quantum Rehab. This is a division of the Pride Mobility Company. This is a true 4x4 power chair. What that means is you're going to have a motor on each drive wheel. Now, we will get you an update below in the description below with the actual motor wattage on these motors. I did not quite have that information yet when I was filming this video, but if you do want to look below in the description, we'll have links to this product on the website, and then we'll also be able to give you a few other specifications that we might not be able to list here yet in this video. But this is a true all-terrain power chair. I do want to preface this video with stating as well that the manufacturer does not promote this to be used on the beach due to potential corrosion with salt water. So anybody here in Florida, anybody that lives near the beach knows the salt water is a corrosive element. Now, this will go anywhere, and you will see our videos on the beach because there's going to be a lot of people that are intended to use this on the beach. But we did go ahead and thoroughly clean this unit, took the tires off, cleaned the battery casing, cleaned the motors, wiped everything down once we were done just to preserve the unit. I'm not going to say it's going to fall apart one time from using it on the beach, but they do want to make it clear that, hey, use it at your own risk depending on what kind of elements you're putting on the unit. Now, one other thing I want to mention as well is some of the videos that you might see us do, we are doing some test limits on the unit, basically driving up steeper inclines with the seat elevated or on certain slopes. It is not recommended to use this in a non-safe fashion, but we did want to see really what the ability would do. I do like to kind of test all the products out there just so I can have a real reference for customers of what this product will handle. Now, getting all of that verbiage out of the way, let me get back to the unit. This is going to have a 300-pound weight capacity if you go with the TB3 seating, which is on this current unit here. Now, these are fully customizable from the base up. So when I say that is you can get a standard captain seat, which might look something to like one of their Jazzy products, like on an Evo 613 or one of the different types of seating. You can get the standard captain seat on here without any seat functions, and that is going to put you at a 350-pound weight capacity. But when you do have the different seat functions, it is going to be limited to 300 pounds. Now, you are going to have two different motor packages. You're going to have a 5-mile-an-hour package, and then you're going to have an up to 6-mile-an-hour package. Now, I don't think I fully got to 6 miles an hour when I was driving it. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. And if you follow towards the end of this video, we're going to have some other clips of this, of us actually driving the unit, so you can really see the really all-terrain ability of this chair. So stay tuned towards the end of the video to watch those. But I got to, I would say, probably 5.8 miles an hour. Now, granted, I was on sand, soft surfaces, so maybe on a hard top surface, it would get all the way to 6 miles an hour. Now, the certain functions you are able to get on this unit, you are able to get a 10-inch seat lift, you're able to get electric tilt, electric recline, electric legs, and then besides that, you can get other accessories, but that's going to be the seating functions you're able to get on these units. Now, if you're not familiar with Quantum, I can show you these seat functions quickly through here. This particular unit, like I said, I bought this unit based to specs, so this is going to have a 20 by 20 inch seat. But when we are ordering these, you can really get any type of seating that you want. You can get any Quantum cushion that you want for the bottom. And then the backs are different. So you can get cane backs, you can get the standard back like this. So there's many different options that we can go over with you if you are looking for one of these units. First function that I'll show you if you're not familiar with any of the Quantum products is going to be the seat lift. This is actually a 4-function box right here behind the joystick. Once again, this was an optional upgrade that we put on the chair, but this is nice. This allows you right here to be able to do the different seat functions right through this function box right here on the back of the joystick. Now, I will tell you this as well, your lights are going to be green on the bottom of your functions. When it does change colors, it's telling you one of two things. If it's more of an amber, orangish light, it's going to tell you, hey, you're at a reduced speed. It's also going to show you that on the top of your joystick, you're going to get to this little circle. It's a yellow circle with a dash through it. That means your speed is going to be restricted. I think you're going to be somewhere between 3 to 3.5 miles an hour when the seat is elevated. Obviously, when you're down, depending on the motor package, you're going to be 5 or 6 miles an hour. But the chair will still drive when it is in this seat elevated position. And I do have a lot of videos of me driving this with different types of seating positions as well. So like I said, if you watch those videos, you'll kind of get a reference of where and what this thing can do. I'm going to go ahead now and bring the seat back down because there's not a lot of stuff you can do when the seat is elevated. Now, your other functions you can kind of do together. The next thing that I'm going to show you, because I can do this one probably at the same time, would be the electric legs. So while the seat's going down, I'm going to have the legs come back up. Now, do remember, you can get different size foot plates on here and overall length. You can also get a different adjustment of the distance in between the foot plates. They have extension guards on the foot plates. So really, this is all fit to your size. There's not a one size fits all. This is fully customizable to fit each individual size. Anybody that is 300 pounds and under, or 350 if you go with a standard seat, would be applicable for this type of chair. So this is what it's going to look like with your legs all the way up in an up elevated position. In some of the videos you'll see later, I drove it with the legs elevated because what this is doing is that is allowing you to be able to go over objects and not have your legs so low to the ground. So whether you're going down a steep embankment or going up, you don't want to jam your leg system into the ground. So either by going in this position here with your legs up, or going in the other position that I can show you here, which is going to be your electric tilt. So a combination of this. You don't have to have your legs up when you do this position, but you will see me driving quite a bit in this position because I can still drive at full speed at a tilted position. And now what makes this nice and makes this kind of unique is when you are going down a hill and you are a user of one of these chairs, sometimes you don't have the ability to really push off on your legs to feel like you're staying secure in the unit. So center of gravity, by being able to tilt the seat back while going down a steep embankment, is going to make you feel more secure and keep your body more into the seat. Now, do remember there is tilt limitations on these units, so there is only so far you're going to be able to tilt and still be able to drive. You will see once you get past a certain point, and I'll show you how far it will tilt, but once you get past a certain point, these lights are going to become red, like I told you earlier, and then you're not able to drive. It's saying you're not in a safe, normal driving operation. Please go back to a more upright position, and then you can drive the chair. Also on the joystick, earlier when I was in the seat lift position, it had a yellow circle with a dash through it that tells you you're going to be at a reduced speed. When I'm in this position here, it's going to be a red circle with an X through it. That is basically meaning go back to a normal driving position, and then the chair will operate again. But this is what you're going to look like in your full tilt position. There are many benefits to being in this position as well. What that does is takes the pressure off your lower half. It applies it to the back. So what it's doing is it's increasing circulation throughout the lower half of your body, which can alleviate or help with pressure sores. Also, by being in that tilted positions like you just saw a minute ago with your feet above your heart, sometimes that is also needed to get the circulation to have your feet above your heart. So different applications where you can use that as well. Now, the last electrical function that's going to come on this unit, or could come on this unit if it is purchased, is going to be the electric recline. So electric recline is going to be pretty straightforward. Recline is just always recline in all different industries. But what this is going to do is if you wanted to position, let's say, hey, you do want to go to the beach, hey, you want to be somewhere, you want to lay back, you want to take a nap, you want to sleep in your chair, this is what your lay flat. It's almost 180-degree lay flat position, and this is what you would look like when you have the recline and you have your legs up. Now, once again, I am able to do two functions at once through the ICS box, at least the recline, the tilt, or the legs. I can multi-do those at one time. So I'm going to bring the legs back in and the back up at the same time as I go over other things on this unit. Now, currently on these units, they all come standard with a built-in light kit. So you do have your lights front and rear, and you're going to also have turn signals. We'll show you some of the rear lights and probably a video overlay as well. But you will see these are some pretty nice headlights on here. I mean, the unit, like I said, we just got it in, so you can see still here over the lights, it still has the sticker cover protecting over the lights here. This unit here is also going to have other accessories that you can get. Currently, the only one that they have now, besides simply like a cup holder, is going to be a rear camera mount. Now, this is actually very cool. It does come with a switch button that we've actually installed over here on the left-hand side under the arm, but that switch can be put anywhere. There's a little camera that's mounted in the back, and we'll show you this on a video overlay as well, but I want to say it's at a 170-degree view, pretty wide view, really good clarity. So let's say you're out hunting in the woods, you hear something behind you, you're trying to see what animal that is. You would be able to look on the rear view camera to be able to identify that. Or let's just say you're driving down the beach or driving down the sidewalk and you want to have that visibility to what's coming up behind you. You can turn that camera on, and all you do is hit the button and then the camera would turn off. So that is a really nice extra feature. They do have like clips back here with a backpack. I did order one, but it did not come in yet, but they do have these clip mounts. So really, if there is something that you're looking for on this chair, kind of like in the Quantum line, you really can customize this to your own specs. I know they are working on other accessories, but right now on the market, the only one that they have right now is the backup camera. So do stay tuned to some of our other videos or look on our website, and we might have other accessories in the future that are available on this unit. Other standard things you can get, like on all Quantums, you can get a swing away joystick. This allows you to get the joystick away from the front of the armrest, so it allows you to pull up closer to an object. You will also see in some of our videos how I utilize this when I was at a restaurant or different scenarios to be able to pull up closer to a table. So that is going to be a nice functionality to have on the unit. Also, some people like to push off the end of the armrest while they're getting in and out of the unit. So sometimes getting that joystick out of the way prevents any damage to the joystick. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. I don't know if I did or not. There are headlights and there are turn signals. So I did want to just show you on that unit. There are going to be turn signals on both sides as well on this. On some Quantums, there's different profile settings. On the Outback, when this came in, there's going to be an indoor and then there's going to be an outdoor drive profile. So there's going to be two different profiles on this unit. Indoor is going to have a picture which looks more like kind of trees and a path. And then the other one is going to be your Rabbit, which is going to be your higher speed package. So typically it's scaled down about 50% between your two different speed packages. But then you can also fine tune over here on the right side of the joystick to really customize the exact speed setting that you want to go to. And do remember, pretty much with most Pride and Quantum products, the joystick is going to be however percentage forward you push that joystick. It is not just going to be a push it forward and it goes to full speed. So if you only go 50% forward with the joystick, it will only go 50% of that profile speed. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this unit. They mention online 15-inch drive tires. I mean, yeah, if you round up, I would say 14.5 is probably a more accurate measurement of the drive tires. But you can see these drive tires. These are going to be a low PSI drive tire. On this actual tire, I'm not sure what it lists on here, but I do know it's a low PSI, so we'll get you that information as well on the drive tire. What that's going to do is going to allow the tire to squish a little bit, and it's going to allow it to really grip the terrain with these really knobby tires that go on this unit here. Now, there are different colors you can get as well. I just ordered one of the standard camo colors, but I think they are going to have up to about 8 different colors available on the unit as well, which you can see on our website or right on quantumrehab.com. The unit does come with these 95 amp batteries, so it's a very, very large battery on this particular unit. So based on those 95 amp batteries, they call them a Group 27 battery. They're 95. I think you can get 100 amps, might be the same size, but we'll double check that for you as well. The range is going to vary based on somebody at 300 pounds or somebody at 200 pounds. So they say somewhere in that 16, 17 mile range. Now I think probably where we were going and the strain we were putting on it for the type of sand that we were driving it on, you're probably going to get less than that. But that's still a pretty good distance for the power in this type of machine. Like I said, we took it to the beach here in Florida where it has some of the softest sand. We're able to find some of the stuff. Unfortunately, some of the beaches that got hit hard by the hurricane. You know, a few months ago, we went there where they had the sand pushed up, and you'll watch some of these videos and really see, I mean, we're going through the softest of sand that's a good 4 to 6 inches deep. And the only time it had an issue with going through it is if it bottomed out. If I went slow and I was to hit a certain slope and stop on it, then potentially the tires could spin. But besides that, this thing would go pretty much anywhere we wanted it to go. Online, they list the motor specs, not the motor specs, the motor ground clearance. I think it's almost at 5 inches. But really right here at your battery casing is 4¼ inches. That's going to be your lowest ground clearance height, because that is what I got hung up on if I got it hung up on things, was right here. So anything under 4½ inches, or if it's a soft, terrain like sand, it's a little bit higher, you'll be able to push through it. But if it's a hard object, let's say a street curb, things like that, anything over 4 inches, it's really 4¼ but we'll just say 4 inches for safety. You are going to get hung up on this metal plate right here, and your batteries are located up inside them. I'm not saying you're going to damage it, but you will get hung up and be spinning in place. Now, these units do have built-in tie-down points that come on the units as well. They are standard on here. I will show you they are in the back. They're in a couple different points, and we'll point that out in a video overlay. So just to make it clear, because we did see it's going to be a little bit hard to get on a video overlay, there's one tie-down point right back in here in the front of your battery casing, and the other one is in the back. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this unit around. This unit, obviously it's an extreme power chair, so it's not going to be one of these, best turning radius type chairs on the market, but for what it is, it does turn very smooth. There is one other competitor on the market that is not going to even come close to how this turns and how this performs. I'm not going to mention any names, but there is another brand out there as well. And you can see your tie down points right here in the back. What I wanted to show you is this amazing suspension that you have right here in the back of the unit. And then in the back, you also have 2 yellow levers. What those levers are going to do, it's going to disengage. Well, one's going to disengage one side, the other's going to disengage the other side. That's how you put it in freewheel. So if for any reason you were driving this unit and you had to put it in freewheel, that is how you do it right here, back with these levers, these yellow levers in the back of the unit. So one more thing people want to get into too is how would they transport a unit like this? This is going to be a heavy unit. I will have to figure out what the exact weight of this unit is, but we will give you overall width and length of the unit. So to make this the most compact, if you did flip your foot plates up and you were to bring your foot plates all the way in, this is what they look like in the retract position. What you are going to be at in overall length is going to be about 44 inches in length. So that's what you are going to be in overall length. Now in overall width, it is going to be an outside of tire to outside of tire measurement, and that is going to be just under 29 inches. So it's just under 29 inches, so we'll just say 29 inches in overall width. Outside of armrest on this size seat, which is one of the bigger sizes you can go with, the 20 by 20, you're still under 27 inches, but do know you need 29 inches of clearance to be able to navigate this, whether you want to go into a restaurant or any other smaller spaces. Now, this is not an indoor type chair, so I do want to preface that. Could you take this in some beach restaurants or some other places that have high top tables? Yes, sure you could, as long as there's enough space. But you're not going to buy this to then be driving this around your home and go down small hallways and to turn into your room. This is an all-terrain, off-road power chair that's built like nothing else currently on the market. So we are able to get these for you. Now, since they are custom made to each individual, you do have to call us so we can get you special pricing so that we can really find out and what are going to be your needs on this particular unit. But if you do look below in the video, we will have a description below with a link that will take you to our website, and then you'll be able to see this product on there. Now, normally at this point in the video, I kind of drive this outside and I kind of do my little short tutorial, but we're going to now phase into really showing you some of the footage that we promised. That's really going to prove how there's nothing else currently like this on the market today. So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.